Hello everybody, welcome back to your girl's YouTube channel. And you already know that I am coming to run my damn trap, but before I do, can you please hit that button at the bottom of the screen and subscribe to your girl's YouTube channel. I will seriously love you forever, and I would truly appreciate it. And for those that are already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing to your girl's channel, honey. So today I want to talk about something that I see way too many times. Something that is most common, especially with the BBW world and the curvy world and the women that have a little extra meat on the bones, is something that I really want to address as being an owner of a lingerie boutique, as somebody that is in this world, is somebody that you see most oftenly, like semi clothed. But I promise you, I'm not always naked. But for the most part, probably about 70% of my image is, it's showing some skin. It's showing. So I want to talk about having self-confidence as a BBW woman, or having self-confidence as a woman who has a little extra has a little extra meat on her bones. So that is something that I want to talk about, because I always get the question, or I always get the comments or the statements. I see it on my Instagram all the time. My Facebook is, Kim, you have so much confidence. How do you have that confidence? Where does that confidence come from? Girl, you be showing your skin. You just so confident, and we love you. So I want to talk about where I got my confidence from, and I just want to talk about self-confidence in general. So first thing, I was not always this confident, guys. Like, confidence is not, for some individuals, it is something that you're born with. It is something that, you gradually grow into when you're a youth. It's okay. Some people are born supermodels. Yes, some people are naturally born with having self-confidence. But for myself personally, self-confidence is not something that I've always had. Like, I've been that girl in grammar school and high school that was wearing the big clothes and the long jackets and hiding herself. Even as an adult, when I began, being sexual and having partners, I was that girl that's, oh, don't look at me. Oh, no, don't, trying to run to the bathroom because you don't want your partner to see you naked, or whatever the case is. I've been that girl. I was not always the girl that you see that's half naked on Instagram and social media. So that's number one. So I gained my confidence by just being comfortable with who you are. That's number one. You have to be comfortable in your own skin. You have to know what works for your body, because that is one thing that I hear as well. Like, a lot of girls, a lot of women, they look at my lingerie and they say, hey, I love your lingerie, but I just don't have a man right now. When I get a man, I'm going to wear that lingerie, girl. But that's the thing. You have to know what works for your body before you wear it for anybody. You have to know what works for yourself. So say that, for instance, you buy a piece of lingerie for somebody and you don't know if it works for you. You don't know if it's something that complements your body. You don't know. You just buy this piece because it looks good on the model, right? Or it looks good in the store on the hanger. And then you get into that situation when you're with your partner and you put this lingerie on and it doesn't fit. It doesn't complement your figure. And then where does your self-confidence go? Right down the drain. It goes even lower than what it already started, right? So the purpose of me saying that you have to know yourself. You have to know what works for yourself. You have to practice, ladies. Self-confidence is about practicing being comfortable with yourself, practicing appreciating yourself. You have to start buying little pieces of lingerie. Like, even if it's something simple, you don't have to do G-strings right away. You don't have to, do the whips and chain outfits. Just something simple as a lace bodysuit or maybe a pretty mesh bra or something like that. You have to start practicing, because once you start practicing and you know what works for yourself and you know what you're comfortable in, then when you display that in the bedroom, it comes off like that with your partner, right? For instance, for example, I know from my figure, for me practicing, that bodysuits is something that works for me. Bodysuits, I have big hips, I have large hips, I have large thighs. So bodysuits is something that complements my figure, right? And that comes from me practicing, that comes from me purchasing lingerie besides waiting on a partner. You don't wait on a partner to purchase your lingerie, okay? So you have to practice. It comes a long way with gaining confidence for yourself, because if you start off by, putting on something that's not flattering, it's going to lower your self-confidence, because you're going to be insecure. Your partner is going to read that from your energy, and then it's just going to make it worse. You have to practice. You have to start buying lingerie for yourself. You have to know what works for yourself. Trial and error. Okay? So number 2 is you have to stop comparing yourself to other women. Stop comparing. Stop looking on social media. Stop looking on Facebook. Stop looking at Love and Hip Hop. Stop looking at Real Wives of whatever. You have to stop comparing yourself to other women, because if you see these other women who are half the time, they have a glam squad, okay? They don't wake up looking like a supermodel every day, okay? So half of the time, these women that you see on social media, they're getting paid for this. This is their image, okay? This is their brand. So they get paid to look a certain way, to, wear certain things. So you have to stop comparing yourself. And that's the one thing that I've learned with building my self-confidence, is I have to stop comparing myself to other women. You have to stop looking at, oh, she has a flat stomach, so I'm going to go to the gym and work out, 6 days a week and kill myself and eat celery and smoothies until I look like her. Like, you have to know that you yourself is a unique individual. You were made different from everybody else in the world. And you have to know your power. You have to know that you are different. You can't be like her, because you're not built to be like her. You're built to be like yourself. You have your own individual power. You have your own individual strength. And you have your own individual body. So you have to take advantage and look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and see your own power. You have to see what works for your body. You have to look at your body and, critique it yourself and know, this is what is beautiful. I love this about me. I love this about me. You have to know your own self and stop comparing, your body to somebody who has nothing to do with you. That girl ain't got nothing to do with you, okay? You have to recognize your own strength as a woman. So that has a lot to do with having self-confidence as well. Stop comparing yourself to everybody or somebody else, because that is not you. Know your lights, know your self-worth, know what works for you, and take that to 1,000. All your insecurities should be way, way lower, because nobody's perfect, right? We all have something that we're insecure about, but that should not be higher than what your confidence level is, okay? So my insecurities will probably be like this little fat roll on my arm. But I don't sit around and try to kill myself as, oh my God, I have this fat roll on my arm, so I can't show anything else, right? You have to, you do have some insecurities. And that's number 3. If you feel like your insecurities are overweighing what your self-confidence is, like taking over, overflowing, then work on yourself. There's nothing wrong with working on yourself, with improving yourself. There's nothing. That doesn't mean that you're negative, or that doesn't mean that you're absolutely just you're bad, or something really wrong with you if you want to improve yourself. That's what life is about. Life is about improvement. Life is about trial and error, right? So if you're so stuck on your insecurities, then you have to work on it. And it takes time. It takes consistency. So don't think that 1 week in the gym is going to change what 30 years created, right? So there's nothing wrong with starting to eat right, or going to the gym, getting your nails done, getting your toes done, getting your hair did. Look, I'm single, and I've been doing this. I've been getting my nails done since I was 14 years old. So you have to you have to start with you. Okay, ladies, you have to start with yourself. Self-confidence is about doing it for you, not doing it to impress anybody else. You have to know your power. You have to know this is you. Okay, it starts with you first. So you can try little things. You can start slow, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting massages, getting your stress level down, maybe taking some yoga. You have to get into that element as I come first. I have to take care of myself first. That's what self-confidence comes from. It's self-confidence. You cannot do it for anybody else, because when you start doing it for anybody else, you don't truly know yourself, right? You're stuck on trying to impress somebody else for so long that you don't really know who you are. So you can try to impress a guy and say that he likes blondes, right? So you do all this, you dye your hair blonde, and he wants such and such, whatever he likes, and you're trying to be a chameleon, and you're trying to convert to whatever he wants, and then he can turn around one day and say, hey, you know what, I think I like redheads this time. And then where do you go? What's left for you? Then you're gonna keep trying to convert, you're gonna keep trying to change and impress somebody that can change at the drop of a dime. No, it's not about going into what somebody else wants from you. It's about them accepting who you are and being comfortable in your skin and saying, this is who the fuck I am, and if you don't like it, then you can keep it moving, right? So you have to start. So at the end of the day, because I'm not going to make this a long video, I promise, but at the end of the day, because I can talk on and on about self-confidence, but at the end of the day, self-confidence starts with you. It starts with self. Okay, so you have to every day, you have to, just realize who you are, realize your power, because once you start really truly loving yourself and appreciating yourself, then that energy gives off everywhere you go, to anybody. So it doesn't really matter. You can be a supermodel, or you can be 500 pounds. It really doesn't matter, who you are. It's your confidence. That's the first thing that people are going to notice about you, is your confidence. So if you walk into the room and you own it, and you know your power, and you know your strength, and you know this what's working for you, and you feel sexy and you feel beautiful, then that energy is definitely going to reflect whoever comes into your realm, anybody that approaches you. It's all about your confidence level and your confidence energy. Okay, so remember what I said. First step, ladies, you have to, especially when it comes to having confidence in the bedroom, first thing you have to do is know your body. That's number one. Know your body. Feel comfortable with yourself, regardless if you have rolls, if you have, a little fupa, whatever it is. You have to appreciate yourself. Okay? You have to be comfortable with yourself. So go ahead today or tomorrow as an assignment. Purchase a piece of lingerie, something that you're going to feel sexy in, something that you're going to feel comfortable in, something that is going to just make you feel beautiful, and practice. Look at yourself in the mirror before you put it on for anybody else. Look at yourself in the mirror and appreciate yourself. Appreciate who you are as a woman, and know that you motherfucking powerful, honey. Okay? So that's all I have for you today. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just hit that little subscribe button at the bottom of the screen, and I will be back.